My love for LEGO Star Wars all started with a LEGO Star Wars video game. I loved running around these levels playing as Qui-Gon Jinn, Jar Jar Binks, General Grievous. There was just so many cool figures to choose from with so many unique designs. I had to have these figures in real life to play with. And that's how my LEGO Star Wars minifigure collection started. So I would go to Toys R Us and Walmart and I would try getting these sets. And if I wanted Grievous, he was there. If I wanted Anakin, he was there. But if I wanted Ki-Adi-Mundi, I couldn't find him at all. And that's when I realized some of these figures don't actually exist. Now, 20 years later, we have so many LEGO Star Wars minifigures that we didn't have back then. But still, after all this time, there's so many LEGO Star Wars characters from video games, old and new, and from the movies that we haven't seen in real life minifigure form. And some of these are long overdue. So I created a list of the top 10 LEGO Star Wars minifigures that must be made. In this video, I'm gonna explain to you why I think these figures would be a great addition to the LEGO Star Wars universe, and I'm even gonna pitch an idea of what kind of set these figures can come in. My name is Fusion. This is Fusion Bricks. Make sure to like, subscribe, and without further ado, here's number 10. At number 10, we have Babu Frick. I promise this is going to be the only sequel trilogy character on this list. But out of all the silly creatures and droids that we got in the sequel trilogy, I feel like Babu Frick is one of the most liked ones. And after his adorable appearance in the Skywalker saga, there's no way that LEGO can go without making this one. He's best known for fixing C-3PO on Kijimi in Episode 9, so LEGO can definitely make a set of Zori Bliss and Poe Dameron fighting off some stormtroopers, while Babu Frick is fixing C-3PO. I know that LEGO might be done making sequel trilogy sets, but I still think that we deserve a Babu Frick figure because we had to sit through all the movies. Coming in at number 9, we have Wilro Hood, the ice cream guy from Cloud City. When everybody was fleeing Cloud City in The Empire Strikes Back, there was this one guy that can be seen in the background holding an ice cream making machine. This random extra became so popular that the fans actually gave him a name, and he's now in the Skywalker saga as a playable character. But why do we need him as a minifigure? Well, we don't. But we do need more Cloud City sets. With Cloud City sets being so expensive, I think it would be really cool if we got a couple of smaller play sets from Cloud City. Ones that would be more affordable for the average LEGO fan. Some of the community's favorite figures are these random characters that just make it into sets. So if LEGO releases a smaller Cloud City play set with a Wilro Hood figure in there with his little ice cream machine, I guarantee that it will sell well. But an ice cream machine guy might not be as sought after as this minifigure. Coming in at number 8, we have Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum is one of the coolest comic book characters that we've seen come to life in Star Wars. While he didn't have the most outstanding appearance in the Book of Boba Fett, his time in that show made me hungry for more of him. But the whole time I was watching the show, I was just so excited for how cool his LEGO figure would be. And now the Book of Boba Fett sets are gone, but we still didn't get a Chrysanthemum figure. I've seen so many custom figures of him online, so it's obvious that the community wants to see it. There aren't a lot of variations of Wookiee characters in the Star Wars universe, so just to see another Wookiee would be so cool. If LEGO did want to go back to making Book of Boba Fett sets, a really cool set that they could put Chrysanthemum in is when he attacked Boba Fett while in the Bacta tank. But unless we see Chrysanthemum in some other Star Wars show, I don't think we're getting his minifigure. Coming in at number 7, we have Sai Snoodles. This is the alien from the Jabba the Hutt band that sings that iconic song. I didn't put her on this list just because I want to specifically see her as a minifigure, but I want to see the entire Jabba's Palace band as a set. Since the controversy with the 2013 LEGO Jabba's Palace set, LEGO hasn't went back to it. But even when those sets were in production, we only saw Jabba's throne room and the Rancor pit. And besides Max Rebo, we haven't seen any of the Jabba's band characters outside of the video game. But now that we have the sail barge and the Sarlacc pit, it leaves hope that we can see more of Jabba's palace very soon. And if we get any of the band characters made as LEGO minifigures, I hope that it's Sai Snoodles, because she's such a cool minifigure design. And out of everybody, she's the lead singer of the band, so she deserves a figure. At number 6, we have Shmi Skywalker. Shmi is the mother of Anakin Skywalker. With Anakin being literally the main character of Star Wars, Shmi plays such a big role in his character development. The most important scene that she's in is where Anakin destroys an entire Tusken Raider camp. And obviously, this is why we haven't seen her as a minifigure. The theme and context of the set that she would be in would probably not be suitable for children. But now, LEGO has 18+ sets. So just imagine how cool it would be to see a burning Tusken Raider camp as a set. But let's say that LEGO doesn't want to make Shmi in that set. They could also make her in the Phantom Menace set, and we could see Anakin's home. The set could have that dinner table where we saw Shmi, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Jar Jar. And it could have Anakin's room, where we will see number 5 unfinished C-3PO. Now I know that there's a lot of C-3PO minifigures, but this one sticks out to me, so I had to put it on the list. When we first see C-3PO in The Phantom Menace, he's completely unfinished. This is by far the most unique version of C-3PO that we've ever seen. A lot of sets already have droids such as C-3PO and R2-D2 in them anyways, so if LEGO's gonna make any more Phantom Menace sets, they might as well put in a completely unique C-3PO minifigure. At number 4, we have everybody's favorite complete saga characters, the Force Ghosts. The main reason LEGO hasn't made any of the Force Ghosts is because they're obviously see-through. It would be very weird to see the inner makings of a minifigure, and on top of that, the plastic would be way too brittle and would just break. But so many LEGO Star Wars fans and collectors would love to have these minifigures, so it's very unusual that LEGO hasn't struck this gold mine yet. The fix is simple. Just make them light blue. I've seen so many custom Force Ghosts online where it's literally just Yoda painted blue. So just imagine a UCS Endor celebration set with the 3 Force Ghosts with all the other characters at the end of Return of the Jedi. If LEGO made that, it would probably go down as the best set of all time. At number 3, we have Boss Nass. He's one of the most memorable LEGO Star Wars characters. With his green head mold and unique personality, Boss Nass captured the hearts of so many LEGO Star Wars fans. And after being in the game for 20 years, you would have thought that LEGO would have made a figure of him by now. One of my dream LEGO sets would be the Gungan City from that one cutscene. And that might be hard to make because it's literally just orange bubbles underwater. But LEGO can definitely make some kind of celebration set for the Phantom Menace. I understand the Boss Nass character didn't necessarily have much screen time and wasn't memorable to a lot of fans. But he would make for a very colorful figure that would add a lot of variety, and I think he would sell. We've passed the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace, so I don't think it's likely we'll get this figure. But one can hold out hope that one day we will be holding an official Boss Nass LEGO minifigure in our hands. Coming in at number 2, we have Yaddle. This one is long overdue. Yaddle appeared in The Phantom Menace and caught so many Star Wars fans' attention. Besides Grogu, she's the only other Yoda species that we've ever seen in Star Wars. And on top of that, she's a Jedi on the Jedi Council. There's so much mystery around the Yoda species, which is why Yaddle attracts so much attention. And with her amazing model in the Skywalker saga, it shows that it's very possible to make her a figure. On top of this, LEGO Star Wars fans have been asking for a Jedi Temple set for years now. And what better set would there be to include Yaddle in than the Jedi Temple itself? The fans want it. She's been around for over 25 years. LEGO, it's time. But which minifigure is going to be number 1? First, we have some honorable mentions. The Bantha. It's one of the most iconic LEGO Star Wars animals. We've seen a lot of creatures in Tatooine sets, but we've never seen the most famous one. And personally, I don't count that microfighter as a real Bantha. Zero the Hutt. We haven't had any other Hutts other than Jabba and Rhoda. And Zero comes from the Clone Wars, which is obviously a very popular show that sells very well with LEGO Star Wars. The Disguised Clones. We all know them from that one level in the Complete Saga, but they're from a deleted scene in Revenge of the Sith. And we've seen weird what-if type of LEGO Star Wars figures being made with the Rebuild the Galaxy sets. So why not just make a set with minifigures that we're already familiar with? I would love to see all these figures, but they just weren't able to make the top 10. And now, it's time for number 1. The number 1 LEGO Star Wars minifigure that needs to be made is none other than Dexter Jetster. He's the guy behind the counter in the hub world of the first ever LEGO Star Wars game. What's there not to like about Dexter Jetster? He has such a lovable and unique design. When you first play the LEGO Star Wars video game, Dexter stands out because he's unlike any other character. He has 4 arms and a unique head mold. For the longest time, this figure was probably not made because LEGO didn't know how to make a minifigure with 4 arms. But by now, LEGO has made Ponkrell as a minifigure, who's the same species as Dexter Jetster. So it's definitely possible. On top of just being a great minifigure, this figure would be included in one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets ever. Dexter's Diner is such a small part in the Attack of the Clones movie, but it is so colorful and vibrant. If this wouldn't make a good LEGO set, they probably wouldn't have made it the hub world of the first video game. The Dexter's Diner set could include Obi-Wan Kenobi, that waitress droid, and some random aliens too. We've all been waiting for this set for such a long time, and especially a Dexter Jetster minifigure. If any of these figures are made, I want it to be this one. Overall, LEGO Star Wars has come a very long way with the minifigures that we've seen, and I hope LEGO looks at some of these older, more obscure characters that we all want to see as minifigures that just haven't been made yet. Are there any minifigures that you would have put on or taken off of my list? Let me know in the comments below and subscribe for more. Once again, my name is Fusion, and I'll catch you in the next one.